Hey, this is Ryan Phillips here. This is my fourth round game against Scott Raymond. I had the white pieces, and this is really, to be perfectly honest, the video I don't want to make at all. I found some significant improvements for kind of both sides, and I have a feeling that Scott and I might play this line again in the future, and I don't want to give away. Um, I don't want to give away. I don't know. I don't want to give away the improvements because I feel like I could kind of get Scott in this line, and he might be able to get me if he finds an improvement. So I am kind of reluctant to make this video, and even now I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to make this. Um, so yeah, I might have to. I mean, I'm sure he's analyzing with the computer also, and me just saying this right now that I found some stuff is should be reason enough for him to look into this line and find stuff himself. Um, But yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to that part of the game I don't want to really talk about much. Anyway, with Sicilian, another Nidor. I think I'm about to turn off the infinite analysis for this one, guys. Apologize. Um, no, I have to leave that on if I want to. How do I... what does lock engine do? Does that do anything? Okay, lock engine, that's the way to do it. Alright, so I have Sicilian here. And then we have this knight via d7 line, which I actually like myself a lot, and I'm probably going to play it more and more as I, in my rest of my chess career. So basically the idea is to save a tempo from developing the bishop from f8 to e7, which it's always nice to save a tempo in chess, because you could do something useful with it. So queen f3, c7, castle's queen side, b5. So I played bishop d3, which I think is significantly better. I think g4 does not work quite as well in this line for some reason. I don't know. I turned the engine off, so I can't tell myself. But I think just bishop b7 hitting the e4 pawn and threatening b4 is good enough. So anyway, so bishop d3 is much more common, which actually is a nice. Is something great about this opening is now after bishop e7. I kind of, your opponent's kind of in a different move order of the knight order than they're used to a lot of times. If the bishop e7 line is played immediately, you usually see like g4. So this kind of difference in the move order makes the plan different. But I always like this bishop d3, rook hc1 line also. And I also think that actually bishop b7 was played first. My apologies. I also think this bishop b4 is worth consideration though. Just dislodging this c3 knight immediately. It does kind of create a little bit of weaknesses. The knight on a4 is not a terrible piece, but it's not that great. So I think b4 is also something that deserves attention. So bishop b7, rook he1, bishop e7. Here I played queen h3, and the idea here is just if castles, which wasn't played, I'm going to play e5 here, and it's very difficult to stop this mate over here. So say take. I probably should I take first? Oh no, I think take here first. So now I'm threatening mate, and if knight takes, then I take here, and you're gonna have to lose a piece here or get mated. So anyway, so what was played here was knight c5. And I played e5 here. Scott played knight takes d3, rook takes d3. I don't know what was played here. I think just took. Yeah, take, knight d5. And here I played knight takes e6. This is very tricky, but this is a very tricky move. Um, so he took on g5, found this nice kind of plan, knight f4, and then here I played something. I played king, queen g3, and then rook takes, queen takes. And then here I think h6 was the best move, but Scott played rook d8. And initially I wanted to play queen f5, but this loses. This just runs into queen d7, and I'm threatening to be mated here on d2. So I think I could maybe try. Can I try queen f4 here to keep the queens on, not get mated? I think this is a chance, but this position is not particularly good for white here. I think after castle. And yeah, I think most of black's problems have been solved. So I played queen e3, which I believe is pretty much forced here. And then here again, I think my opponent should have played h6. Luckily for me, they castled. And now the tempo of the game kind of changed. I play e6. F takes, knight takes, and I have this nice little fork of the queen and two rooks, which is always pretty cool. Here we saw queen f7. Rook takes d8. Rook takes d8. And I thought I found this nice plan with queen g5. I thought this was an interesting, nice little plan. Try to play rook e7 and put maximum pressure on the g7 square. Also be hitting the bishop here on b7. So here I think rook e8 or rook d7 is basically forced. Scott played a really terrible move here, which cost him the game. He played rook c8. I think his position was already tough, but by no means lost. I wound up a pawn even out of a really bad opening that I played. So I fought back well, but rook c8 just kind of loses the game, so I played rook e7. And here you saw queen f1 check. I played knight d1, and then Scott resigned this position since there's no way to protect the bishop and avoid getting mated. Say, for example, if he tries queen takes g2, then I just have rook takes g7 check, and I'm going to win a piece. So I'll be up a piece and a pawn here, and this is pretty trivial. So in this position, Scott resigned, and I was happy to get this win, as I didn't really feel like I deserved it based on my play and the opening. But the middle game was good that I played, and Scott made it very easy on me with rook c8. If he plays rook e8, which I was fully expecting, I don't think this is very easy for me to kind of find a win. So yeah, so I was at 3 out of 4 at this point, and I knew I'd have a chance to play one of the leaders in the last round. I didn't know I'd be playing Lucky at this point still. Even if he won, I didn't know I'd be playing him. I thought there was a few other people that actually decided to drop out of the tournament, which surprised me. That could have ended up facing him. So anyway, though, yeah, I was happy to get a win in this game, of course, and I thought I was playing fairly well, so that's always something to be happy about as well. So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed the game, and I apologize if it's not up to my normal standards without the infinite analysis running, but I had to keep this game under I had to keep my secrets in this game under lock and key, because I have a good feeling that this line is gonna happen again between us. Anyway, this is Ryan Phillips, and thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it.